Welcome back. Well, nations around the world are trying to return to normalcy despite the hardships of the pandemic. The West Indian island of Grenada is ready to rebuild its economy, especially being a tourism hotspot. And as of today, Grenada reports 5,619 active cases of COVID-19. Joining me from St. George's, Grenada, is the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Right Honourable Minister, thank you so much for giving me your time today.
Well, it's a pleasure to be speaking to the audiences in Canada, or the length and breadth of Canada.
Absolutely, and we know so many Canadians love the island of Grenada. Talk to me about the situation there. Unfortunately, there has been an uptick in cases.
Yes, we haven't had our problems like many countries around the world, but because of the united effort of the people of the country, we are now seeing a serious reduction in the spikes. Hospitalization is down considerably by about 30% in the last week. We are having deaths averaging about 10 persons per day. Now it's about 3 on average, 3, 4. General support in terms of Canadians and friends of Grenada in Canada, Grenadians living there in New York and all over the place have been sending in supplies and support. We have seen a collective effort by the people of the country in general, and this is what is known about Grenadians' attitude.
We're having a little bit of
whenever there's a
Exactly. And I think, and as you say, that collective effort is so critical and important, especially with Grenada being such an important tourism hotspot. Give us a sense here, if you can, of anyone that is visiting the island. We know that you've been very, very strict with what the procedures are, what the restrictions are to ensure that everybody is safe.
Basically, if someone coming to Grenada would need a PCR test 72 hours before, and they have to be fully vaccinated. And when they get here, they would also do a PCR test and quarantine for 2 days. And within that 2 days, when the test comes back, if it's negative, then they can be free to visit their family, or of course, or friends, or the hotel, to holiday as they wish. That's basically the protocol that we have established.
Yeah, and it's certainly a strict one. What else is also needed now as the island is looking to, as you say, move forward? I mean, you're sort of seeing that downtick there, but again, COVID-19 is still very much a reality, as it is where you are, as it is around the world. So in terms of additional support, COVID-related support, what are you looking for?
Basically, we are trying to do what we can to rebuild the economy of the country, because that's crucial. We have initiated a few proposals, stimulus to help people, particularly the poor and vulnerable people in the society. But that can't continue for a long time, and of course we need the revenue to do so. So getting the economy back, investment back in the country, and so far we have seen some extremely good signs. And of course, the support of the regional and international community. Right now, I'm chairman of the OECS, that's the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. And the collective support of all members have been there for each other throughout this entire pandemic. And the international community, we have seen the support for bigger friends internationally and so on. So I think overall, the need for support in terms of materials, in terms of equipment, in terms of PCR testing, in terms of rapid testing, these are the things that we need. But we are doing well with what we have at this particular time because, as I said before, the united effort of the Grenadian people in a general sense.
What's the vaccination rate right now in terms of getting as many people vaccinated? You know, again, as you say, those that come need to be fully vaccinated, but getting residents there fully vaccinated?
Much too low, much too low. The misinformation is enormous, and people are not like before. Everyone has a television and of course the communication media, they're on social media. And you know, just like in Canada, there's a lot of misinformation coming from quarters that you don't expect. So the vaccination rate is about 32%. That is much too low in terms of the population of the country. So we have been seeing some help from our friends, our Grenadians who are living abroad and friends of Grenada, coming back home, joining teams of vaccinators, going around the country. For example, yesterday I've been to several parts of the country of vaccination centers and witnessed people coming forward. There's been an uptick, and I think there's a lot to do with the spike and the level of hospitalization and deaths that have occurred in recent weeks. So we hope that is not just a temporary thing, that people will see this as a very serious evidence that they must protect themselves, they must vaccinate, they must adhere to the protocol all the time, wear your mask, social distance, and of course sanitize or wash your hands on a regular basis.
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
no alternative to this.
Absolutely, everything to do to keep everyone safe, and the message that you're relaying there, extremely important for everybody to get vaccinated, because that is so key. Right, Honourable Keith Mitchell, it's a great pleasure to have you on the program. Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, stay safe and well. We're sending our best wishes to all of you from Canada.
And to you also, and to all our brothers and sisters in Canada, and all the friends of Grenada. We know Canadians love the spicier, the nutmegs, the cinnamon, the turmeric. I take this regularly, so we tell them come. We have a lot of supply for them. Please come. Thank you, and take care of yourself.
You too. Take care.